Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox. With me is Ben Olson. We're the founders of lsatdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We got an email here from Tyler, whose pre-law advisor says you shouldn't apply to law school with a sub 3.6 GPA. Wow, that's some strong blanket advice from the pre-law advisor.
That is, yeah. Hello, my pre-law advisor recently told me that she doesn't advise students to apply to law school with below a 3.6 UGPA. For additional context, she was talking more about preparedness for law school, not so much getting acceptances or scholarships. I kind of like this pre-law advisor. Seems like the pre-law advisor is focusing on, hey, I want you to succeed.
Well, I for sure would tell students who were interested in law school, if I'm talking
Yeah.
to a freshman or sophomore, junior, hey, are you getting straight A's?
Yeah.
If you're not getting straight A's, why are you in my office? If you're
Yeah.
serious about law school, go get straight A's. That is the most important thing you can do as an undergrad. I don't give a shit about your internships and you don't need to start studying for the LSAT. You don't need to be thinking about law careers. You don't need to be networking or extracurriculars. Like, you need to be getting straight A's.
Yeah.
Because you can control that.
Yep.
Right now, you can control it until the day you graduate, and then you're kind of done. So it's dumb to have a 3 point. There's plenty of people who go to law school with less than a 3.6. Probably half the people who go to law school with less than a 3.6.
Also, you can go to good law schools. Like WashU does not care about low GPAs as long as you have a high LSAT.
As long as you have the high LSAT to balance it out. There are some schools that are very splitter friendly. Still, while you're in undergrad, this is good advice.
This is good advice.
Get straight A's if you're serious about law school.
It's even like good advice for people who are done with undergrad, and it's kind of saying, hey, look, you realize you're getting into another academic competition that you have done okay in.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And this is like my story,
Mm-hmm.
I had bad undergraduate grades. I don't know why I thought it would be different in law school. Shocker.
Everybody does. Yeah.
It was not different in law school.
Yeah.
You're not good at school, dude. I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
You don't like it. You're not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like kissing ass. You don't like listening to boring lectures. You definitely don't like listening to the other students in the class popping off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like taking notes. You don't like being told what to read. You don't like doing assignments that you think have no purpose. You're bad at school.
Mm-hmm.
Just own it. It's fine. You don't need to be good at school.
Yeah.
So if you're not good at school, then what the fuck are you doing going to more school? Do something else.
Yeah, more competitive school, right? It's the top segment of
you're
undergrad
bad at
students.
Undergrad. Now let's go compete at a higher level of school with people, only people who got straight A's, and you.
Yeah.
What? Why? What are you doing? You're not a good student. Stop it.
Yep.
So I am sympathetic to that argument.
I am.
Okay.
So then Tyler continues, this doesn't apply to me, but I initially thought it sounded like too much of a blanket statement. What if a person had a hard major or setbacks in life? However, Tyler continues, when I thought about it more, I think she is likely right. I have not been to law school yet, but I imagine there is a much steeper learning curve than an undergraduate program. When you consider that, if you're going to pursue law school, undergrad really shouldn't have been a cakewalk. Should have been a cakewalk for you. It makes me think people underestimate the difficulty of law school when they want to apply with a roughly 3.0 GPA, and their only concern is whether they can get accepted or receive scholarships. What do you think about my pre-law advisor's comments? Hope you had a good holiday. I think we've said what we think. We do say a lot of things on this show and on the Thinking LSAT podcast that are blanket statements because we're speaking to a large general audience. There are always exceptions to blanket statements, really. But, and that itself is a blanket statement.
People can turn over new leaves.
Yeah.
It's just that they mostly don't.
Mm-hmm.
What evidence do you have that you're going to turn over a new leaf?
Well, there's also whether you will or won't, but it's also do you even want to? Like there's
Right.
almost like there's this
That's a big reason why people don't.
yeah, fundamentally they don't want to. Superficially they do, maybe for family or for I don't know,
Right.
whatever non-internal reason, and that's what you need to like unpack. And if you internally do want to turn over that leaf, then you're actually much more likely to and find it enjoyable.
Are you going to consistently do all the homework in advance? Are you going to consistently go to class happily, sit in the front
Engage.
row,
Yeah.
participate? Are you going to go to office? Are you going to enjoy it? Are you going to put enough into it that you're going to actually enjoy it now? And I don't know why, it's like some days you can think like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. Oh yeah, no, I can do this. I'm going to get into it. But if you're not going to consistently make that same decision every day, and it just might not be in your nature.
Yeah.
Now, of course there are exceptions. If you had a bad year because your mom was dying in the hospital, or if you had an engineering degree where 3.2 is actually like top of your class, then of course the 3.6 UGPA thing might be too extreme, painting with too broad a brush. But for the general population, if you're like some political science major who hasn't had a lot of major trauma in your life, and you're currently getting a 3.5 in poli-sci, why do you think you're going to do better in law school? I mean, or what? Once you go to law school, you're going to be competing with all the people who got 3.95 in poli-sci. So if you're not kicking ass now, then yeah, I could see this pre-law advisor astutely saying, oh, well, in my experience, when people go to law school, if they had a 3.5 undergrad, one, they don't get into that great of schools. Two, they don't get that great of scholarships. Three, they don't do very well once they get to law school because they just haven't been doing that good in undergrad to begin with, which is a lower level of competition. So there is a lot of merit, I think, to what this pre-law advisor is saying. I bet they get in tons of hot water, though, for saying something so like just extreme.
Yeah.
Right. That bright line at 3.6 doesn't really make any sense. Why not 3.7?
We get that same pushback on all sorts of claims.
Right.
So, yeah.
But there is a lot of merit to it, which just, one thing I always just say is like, look, law school's for good students.
Yep.
And if you're a 3.5 or a 3.25 or a 3.0, you're just not that good of a student.
Yeah.
So you got to think about what you're getting yourself into. And I speak from experience on this. Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for writing in. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.